Yeah, that's a whole different ball game in Holland. Jesus, I'm growing a beard. A big mustache. We're on our way to the forest. Only here we have to go with the car.
Okay.
It's frozen. Yeah,
Tenho frio.
Oh, Zoe is cold. I think for Zoe we need to buy a jacket for Holland.
Sim.
So yesterday I was standing in the toilet like, where is the bin for the toilet paper? Took me nearly 10 seconds to realize that here in Holland we just throw it in the toilet. And now I drive away from home, I think, hey, a Dutch car. Yeah. 4 months was a long time. I think the girls are a little worried if we're gonna drive in the car all day again.
Para onde vamos?
We're just going to the forest, girls. Para a floresta.
Para a floresta?
Sim.
Quem?
Akira is barking at everything.
Quem? Quem?
You don't like Holland people, sweetie?
Quem és tu?
So, this is like my hometown where I grew up. Not here though, in these big houses. This is the center of Apeldoorn. We're going just outside Apeldoorn to the forest.
Já lá estamos?
Yes, we're almost there. You smell the forest?
Estou a sentir o cheiro de carro sujo.
Guys, you know the dogs don't speak Portuguese here, right?
Não é português?
Maybe you can learn a little Dutch? Hallo, goedemorgen. Mijn hondenvriend. It's gotten a lot busier here. I've never seen so much cars here. My God. Wow. Maybe we go to the other side. It's a lot of people, guys. A lot of dog friends, hey guys. But yeah, I told you, they don't speak Portuguese. It's miscommunications. Bom dia, goedemorgen. Hey? So this is actually a dog forest. So they made the fencing like really wide. It's a really big forest, but the dogs cannot go out. So this is a very, oh, sorry Zoe, very favorite spot with dog owners. Akira, anda cá, amor. Muito frio. Do you know, Zoe? Holland also have javali.
Cheira-me a javali.
I think they smell different. They smell like Dutch javali. It's also quite beautiful, right? It's way too cold for me. And puddle action. No laying down? ice water. Ice bath. Akira Wim Hof method. You're enjoying yourself, guys. It's a good forest. Zoe, Andika. Andika. Akira, Andika. Akira. Akira, Andika.
A ir.
Stay with the group, please. Yeah, there's the sun. Girls. On the go. Yeah, we don't have that in our forest, huh? Cars. Only when I go with the car.
Cheira-me a javali.
Now, espera. Hey.
Cheira mesmo a javali.
Wow. Now. Ah! Now. 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 Okay, so in Portugal we never saw as javalis. And here's just Zoe just found her first javali. Wildzwijn. God damn it. Don't go. Andeka. Yeah, this is a place known for wild boar. Years ago they dug a hole here they wanted to eventually, I think, drop trash in the middle of the forest. But they dug the hole and they never used it. Before, when I was a little boy, we used to go with the Boy Scouts here and do all kind of activities. But now it's all overgrown and it's a known place where wild boar are. They hide a little bit in the hole that was dug. So Zoe found her first javali. I just could catch her before she go after it. I don't think she would have really gone after it. I don't know. It's a little known part of the track. I think. Before it was. It's been a while since I've been here. So this is the hole I'm talking about. It's quite big. All the way down there. Now, hey, we are not going down there. Now. Guys, yeah, you don't believe, but we're going this way. Andika. Smell the javali? Do you smell the javali? Akira. Andika. Oh, puddle. We just had a socializing experience with like 8 other dogs. And it went very well. One dog was very into Akira. Because she's still a little in heat. Yes, we're going this way. Zoe, Andika. Cool, eh? Forests here are beautiful also. But they were doing very good. They're not used to socializing so much, of course. In the ghost town. A lot more trees fell down here. You guys are so small. I remember the road correctly here. Maybe I don't. Guys, wait for me. Yeah, Zoe, that's a gate. A fence. You're not used to fences, eh? Everybody happy? Make some noise. No noise. Akira. Aan de kamer. Akira. Akira. Akira.
Senhor, o leite.
Oh. Oh. Where's Akira? Oh. Akira.
Senhor, o leite.
Oh, she's a good dog. She was watching the milk for the coffee because I totally forget. Please sit, sweetie. Ah, yeah, aan de kant. No. Zoe. Zoe, aan de kant. Aan de kant. Sit somewhere. Akira. Here. Hey, where's everybody? Akira. Aan de kant. Aan de kant. Sweetie, there are questions for you. People like to see your snout. Not you, sweetie. Whoa. Zoe and Akira. Zoe and Akira. Everybody here? I'm gonna start the Q&A. There are questions for you guys. Yeah.
Que pergunta?
Like from our YouTube viewers, the people from the YouTube. They want to know things about us.
Saber o quê, senhor?
Yeah, what they want to know, huh? Tell me, what do they want to know? I put the questions in 4 segments. One is questions about the trip. The second is questions about my work, my normal work. Then we have a category with questions about next step for the building project and the ghost town. 5 categories. Questions about Akira and Zoe. And if we are getting lonely in the ghost town and if we need neighbors. Akira, you don't want to do the Q&A? Hey. Hello. Attention. I don't think Akira has a... You don't want to do the Q&A, sweetie?
Eu quero comida.
Yeah. Let's first do the Q&A and then we do the food, okay? Good?
Eu quero comida.
What is it, sweetie? Okay, Q&A. Haha! So let's first do the dog questions because I think their attention span is really not so long today. Akira has already had it. Please ask Akira if she wants to move to Michigan. We have a lot of water surrounding most of the state. Akira, you cannot answer a question like this. Akira, do you want to move to Michigan?
Senhor, o que é Michigan?
I think it's nice. They have a lot of water, she says.
Está bem, mas só contigo.
Only? Okay. If we can come, you also go, huh? It seems like we're all coming to Michigan then. Akira likes adventure, huh? You can go anywhere. How about you? You want to move to Michigan with us?
Só contigo.
Yeah, as long as it's with us, eh? Now I messed up the camera position. Oh, and I messed up the coffee. At this speed, it's gonna take a while. I think there was one more dog question, I think. Let me see. Oh yeah, from Mr. Norris. I have a question for the girls. Do they think that more dogs would be more fun? I have 4 pups and would love more. Ooh. I think this is more a question for Zoe. Because Zoe had to deal with a lot after Akira got here. Hi Zoe. Yes, a lot of different life, huh?
Uma vida muito silenciosa.
It's fun, yes, but it takes some adjustment.
Antes era muito silenciosa.
Yes, it was quiet before, huh? Yes. Yeah, but you're fun. So, you want more friends to come live with us? Like doggy friends? Like 4-paw friends?
Claro, senhor.
And you? Zoe, you want more 4-paw friends?
Eu acho que temos patas suficientes.
Yeah, so the opinions are divided. I love to have more other animals also, not only dogs. So maybe 2 is enough for now. We'll scoop into more dog questions later on. Let me see. Where are you going?
Disseste que era a última pergunta.
You stay with us, right? We have the Q&A.
Pensava que tinha acabado.
Zoe, where are you going? Zoe has left the studio. Onde cá, amor? Onde cá? So onde cá means like walk here, like come here. Cá is like aqui, like here. And if you ask some Portuguese to explain cá, I didn't get a very good explanation. Ande is like come. Okay, Zoe, come sit with us. Come sit with us. Come sit with us. Ande. I did this just before dinner time, so I have a little bit more attention from her. Let's do some more questions. Questions about the trip. So, how long do you drive from Portugal to Holland? How many times do you stop, and where in Holland do you have to be? As you can see in the beginning of this video, I live in the city of Apeldoorn in Holland. This is also where I grew up. I didn't live here my whole life. I just came back a couple of years ago. The trip took us 2 times, normally 2 times 9 hours. We did now 1 time 8 hours and 1 time 10 hours. Because we stayed in a small hotel just below Bordeaux. And this was like 850 kilometers from Portugal. So the first day we stopped 1 time. After 4 hours, we ended up in a weird place. And the next day it was a longer trip. We needed to be in a car for like 10 hours. So every 3 hours we took like half an hour, 40 minutes walk.
Não é muito humano.
Yeah, that wasn't... Zoe especially wasn't enjoying the trip. It was like 2-3 hours she was okay, and then after that she was like... how do you say this? Like... I don't know what it is in English. and a little bit like Yeah, that was you. You didn't like so much to drive. Akira was perfectly fine. She just lay like this, and I think I could drive for 24 hours, for example. Let me see. Are all the roads still open for travel? No checks at the border. As you can see in the last video, actually the border from Portugal to Spain, you used to go through a village, and there was an old checkpoint there. But now apparently the highway is open and you don't even need to go to the village. So that border I passed flawless. The border from Spain to France, I saw some custom guys standing there, but they weren't stopping any cars. Last time when I went back, they stopped me and they asked me for if I have anything to declare. But they never asked me for like a test or a vaccination or anything. Also the other borders to Belgium and to Holland, we had no problem. I find it though really strange, because there was this sign when coming into Holland and it said, coming back from outside of Holland, please do a brackets self-test. And on the internet you read everywhere that you're obligated to have like a COVID test where you pay like 100 euros for. So a self-test would have been sufficient. So yeah, and nobody asked nothing the whole trip. Also in the hotel not. I know Portugal is in lockdown. Is Holland, is the Netherlands also? Yeah, they're more in lockdown here than in Portugal. Because here like the hairdressers and the gyms and everything is closed. And in Portugal these things are still open. A lot of the shop owners are now like protesting and like having a really bad day, week, month, I don't know, year, 2 years. Everybody's gone. I'm sitting by myself. Where are my co-hosts? Zoe, I need a co-host, sweetie. Come on, Nika. We do the questions and then you get the dinner. Oh. Akira, Annika. Akira. At least I have one. So yeah, that's for the trip questions. What shall we do first? My work or Zoe and Akira? Let's do my work first. So, are you still doing your usual work while in Portugal? Graphic design, web design. That's only part of my work. Web development stuff. I don't do it myself mostly, I just project manage. But that's only part of my job, what I did in Holland. In Holland I did IT support, so normal computer questions from printers to Word and Excel and stuff like that. And I did part web-based work. So yeah, the web-based stuff I'm still doing while I'm in Portugal, because that I can do, but the support stuff I cannot do while I'm in Portugal. So yeah, I've been doing that for a while now, and I'm looking more for the web development kind of work and less for the support kind of work. So I can do it in Portugal also. Are you married? Is there a wife? No. I have here 2 girls, that's more than enough. You can also check the other Q&A video. I answered this question already in the former Q&A. Yeah, link it up here. I was wondering how expensive life is in Portugal. This was a double question. What job do you do to provide for your needs in Portugal? So yeah, I have a lot of the web work stuff where I get also like monthly recurring payments. So part of my money comes in automatically, and the other part I have to work hard for. So then the Portugal part of this question, wondering how expensive is life in Portugal, day-to-day life. A lot cheaper, except for a couple of things. And yeah, these things are quite main things, so that makes it kind of expensive again. Like the supermarkets are the same price as in Holland. If you shop around, you could get better prices, but it's also like in Holland the case. Some supermarkets have like things on sale that are cheaper and stuff. You can get a lot of like vegetables also local, and then it'll be a lot cheaper. Also, if you live in Portugal and during the harvest time, all the village will bring you their extra harvest, so and that's free. But like supermarkets are almost the same price. You also have like Lidl, and that's a little bit cheaper, but there are big lines at the Lidl and people waiting because Portuguese don't have that much income, so they need to watch where they buy the stuff. Gas, like for the car. This is the same price as in Holland also. In Spain it's a lot cheaper, but in Portugal it's I think it's due to tax, it's a lot more expensive. And electricity is also the same price as in Holland. That's also not much cheaper. But for the rest, like a lot of building materials and stuff like this is not day to day. But that a lot of day to day stuff is also a lot cheaper, like insurances. Cars are more expensive. So except for these things, the rest is a lot cheaper than in Holland. But you have these kind of things like laptops also. That's almost everywhere the same price. If you go to Russia, it's like, maybe not Russia, like Ukraine. It's all like expensive and the same price. So the next steps for the build. What? There's nothing going on. I want to get Zoe in the shot. Akira, Annika. Annika, amor. Annika. Annika. So it's becoming a mess here. Get your head out. So next steps for the build. In Portugal, the house and the ghost town. The next building project after fixing the door and the window. Yeah, so after I get that most right part of the house finished, I'm moving all my stuff from the part where I'm living now to that part. And then the part where I'm living now still has the old roof. And the first thing I'm gonna do is get the roof extended also to that part of the house. So we have to like up the walls also again, like we did on the first part. Put in the 11-meter ridge beam. Then we're gonna remove the wall in between of the two sections because I want to have one big living area. Akira. That's what the other beam is for that you saw me put into the that you saw me move in the house. And that is to support like the roof where the wall is gonna be removed. So that will be an interesting part because we didn't do that before. So yeah, that's really the next part that I'm gonna start like end of January, beginning of February, if the weather is okay. First it will be demolishing so that we can do that in snow even. Am I gonna insulate the house? Sorry, I'm reading the question for a minute. Akira! Next question. Next question is if I'm gonna insulate the house. There is also already insulation. It's a thin type of insulation, but it should be just as good as like a little bit bigger rock wool. It's on top of the cladding I put on the roof. The walls I'm not gonna insulate. And then the second part of the question is how hard it freezes. Well, the last couple of years it wasn't freezing every year. But yeah, the weather is getting stranger all over the world. When you saw when I left, my car was like frozen. So this year it is indeed freezing, but it's like a couple of degrees. It's not much. And it's not for a long time also. When am I gonna start the renovation on the small house? I think he means then the house on the second land. This needs a complete rebuild. Yeah, and I'm gonna have like a surprise for that house. You can read that on the website when it comes online very soon. Within a week, I hope. You can read all the plans for all the houses and like the roadmap when I'm gonna start on what. And the next question is about, do you plan having volunteers? And on the website I'm gonna also have a page like where you can see what kind of voluntary work you can help with. So I'm gonna have like separate projects listed and like periods when the projects are gonna be happening. And then you can see where you can contribute to my project and what I can offer you, like some food and entertainment. Then the question if I want to buy more properties in the ghost village. It's a ghost town. It's not a town. It's a ghost village. Town sounds better. The small ghost town. Yes, I want to buy the whole town, but that maybe take a while. And the bigger houses, like the house from Paulo, it's like expensive. If I ever want to buy it, if he ever wants to sell it. But I'm going to start with like small houses and things that are easy to get. And also it's important to have multiple locations because when things come up for sale, they have to offer them to the neighbors. If it has like rural property. With some limitations here and there. Then we have some questions about Zoe and Akira. Akira? I'm Becca. Akira has had it. Had it with the Q&A. There's an empty seat here, Akira. I need another co-host. No, she ran away from the set. Let me see, yeah, about where they come from. I missed how the dog is now yours. That's probably about Akira. Akira and Zoe are your dogs, or are you only watching them? Yeah, so these two questions. If you can sort of see from the former videos already where Zoe comes from. She actually lived in the ghost town with her former owner. In Paulo's house, and that's why she knows the area very good. The former owner moved to another country and wasn't able to take Zoe. This is also the dog of the son of Paulo, Duarte, so it's nice that I have the dog now and it's not like with somebody else. They can still visit Zoe. And Akira has a little bit the same story. The ex-girlfriend of Duarte, the girl you saw sometimes in the video, she was the former owner, her mom was the former owner of Akira. And they live in an apartment in Castelbranco. And they're with a big family, and Akira grew up to be a very big girl. And they thought it would be best if she had like more room to play also. So yeah, I still consider them the kids' dogs. Although if they ever would want them back, we would have a discussion. So yeah, they're here to stay. Ah, Zoe?
Eu fico. Mas posso ter comida?
Yes. If I give you food, you will stay, right? Yes, I will give you food, sweetie. Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep. Introduce the girls to the rest of the family. Yes. Already done. They love them. The dogs aren't going to enjoy the cold weather. Zoe, are you enjoying the weather in Holland? Zoe's falling asleep. Are you enjoying the Holland weather?
No.
Yeah. Akira is quite okay with it, I think. She likes that it has a lot of puddles. Akira, you want to say something about living in Holland? I guess not. Then the last section, if I'm gonna need any neighbors, because people are thinking that I'm lonely. Yeah, this is definitely not the case. I'm a person that's really on itself and love my own energy. So no, I don't get lonely there at all. I spent already in Holland before a lot of time on myself also. And I love seeing people and I love meeting people and going to parties and like having people over for guests and stuff like that. In my former house in Utrecht in Holland, Utrecht is also in one of the old videos, check them out. I had a house with like a lot of rooms, and I also did like an Airbnb for like a year. And I really enjoyed that time because you meet a lot of different people and the whole social experience I like a lot. But after that I need also the time for myself, and I'm not a person who has like a lot of friends that I see very regularly. When I see them, it's all like good and nice, but I'm not a guy who keeps like really in contact with a lot of people. No. So let's be a little bit more in depth about the actual questions that were asked. Yeah, how if it's Akira. Akira, we're doing a video here. Come sit here. Andeka. Then also part of this question was like, is it hard to stay motivated? And if I'm having a winter depression? So a lot of people have like less good mood in the winter than in the summer. So I also have that. I just like summer a lot better. Maybe people who like winter don't have that, I don't know. Then I've been working like hard on the house, and I'm doing the website now. And I also have to do some of the work that still earns my money. So I had a lot of things to do and a lot on my mind. So yeah, during the summer I may have been looking a little bit more relaxed than now. But it's absolutely not because I'm feeling lonely. Far from that, even. And what I have been neglecting in all those things that I've been doing is a little bit my health. You saw that also in one of the former videos. So I'm trying to do yoga now. And eat better. Walk more. That's what these guys are helping with. Hi, Zoe.
Nós vamos dar uma volta.
No, not now. So yeah, I do really appreciate if you guys come by, and maybe when the guest houses are finished, you can also stay for a week or two. But I'm not looking for neighbors. And since I'm willing to buy the whole ghost town, so I'm not looking for any neighbors in my ghost town. But there are a lot of villages around my town, and shoot me a message, maybe we can get something there for you. You can see a lot of information about me going to help you come to Portugal on the website, which I already said is probably going to be live this week. And there you can see also from coming summer where you can volunteer. We'll be making some parties anyway. Come join the Portugal project for a while. So yeah, I think we covered all the questions. And Zoe is still a little bit awake. So I'm going to be taking a lot more stuff to Portugal also on the next trip. That's not going to be very long. I just have to take care of some business here. And I also will be taking my friend Marnix's stuff. Because you see now a very clean shot, but There's all kinds of stuff packed up here. Yeah, so I was also thinking about taking the wall. Because it's like Portugal, I drew on my wall. But this is like all of Portugal. And probably the next drawing I'm gonna want is not the whole Portugal, but just the ghost town. Then I can like cross off what I bought. One other funny thing. Nobody asked this, but I just thought it was, I'm sitting here and it would maybe nice to mention. If you want to see some funny videos, I started another channel a while back. It's not that I'm posting anything now on that channel. I had the two channels next to each other. The one channel being back then La Vida Loca, just a little bit of a sort of monthly vlog style live videos. And the other one I started with being more creative with like media and like photography and video and stuff like that. And this is why just before the whole Portugal thing started, I was building like a home studio. And then the Portugal project kicked off and I didn't get to spend much time on the home studio. But part of that build of the home studio is on YouTube. So I'll link the channel down below. There's not coming any new content at the moment. Maybe when I'm all settled in Portugal, maybe I will pick it up, but I don't know. Yeah, just to show you some funny videos that I made. It's from a while back, so yeah, still learning. Well, still learning now, of course. I'm gonna give the guys, I'm gonna give the girls something to eat. You want some food, Zoe? Food? Kom here. Eat. Eten? Dinner? Something? So, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. Sorry the girls were not really paying attention. They're still getting used to Holland. I'll show you a last clip how they are reacting here, because you hear them barking all the time. Holland is not a ghost town. Here people ride bikes past the house. They are still getting used to that. So yeah, every little sound they hear, they kick off. Watch the clip. See you next time. Bye. What's up? Is there somebody in the ghost town? No, we are not in a ghost town. We're in Holland. Here they have people who ride bikes and walk the streets. The girls are not used to people walking by our house. Ah, Nika. Ah, Nika. Thank you for watching another video of the Portugal project. If you want to follow the Portugal project more closely, you can also add it on Facebook. Or add me on my personal account on Facebook or Instagram. See you next time at the Portugal project.